So at the dog park, this guy, he actually looked like the guy from the grocery store video I posted. The guy that was saying, do it. He actually, I was going to ask him, I'm like, because, it could, maybe that video popped up in my feed because I'm in the area. You know what I'm saying? I think it was him, but maybe. But, we got to talking about politics and stuff. I probably started that. But at one point I was like, people got on the subject of people remaining silent when they know that something needs to be said or, needs to be spoken against and whatnot. And he said, well, it's human nature. I said, no, it's a learned behavior. It's a learned behavior to keep silent when you know that you should speak. That's a learned behavior. He said, well, it's human nature because you got to look out for your best interest. I said, yeah, well, if speaking the truth and calling out bullshit and evil was something that got you a reward or something good, well, then people would do it. That's a learned behavior. People won't speak against corrupt police or corrupt military. Why? Because they don't think anything good can come from that. But I tell you what, nothing good's going to come from keeping your mouth shut. And that goes with any of this bullshit, right? But believe what you want, right? Because you're going to anyway, right? And then 5 or 10 years from now, you're going to act like you have all the answers, speaking shit that you refused to speak 5 or 10 years prior because you're a pussy, as always. I mean, do you think the thought never crossed my mind that maybe if I shut up a long time ago, maybe my life would get better? That probably didn't cross my mind because I probably figured my life was fucked no matter what I do, because it probably was and is, right? But I could easily argue that and claim that I thought things would be better if I kept my mouth shut but still refused to shut up, right? And maybe they would have been. So, see, that's a learned behavior. I taught myself to say, fuck that, and I guess deal with whatever consequences. Now, everybody's situation's different, right? I mean, you can't insist everyone do everything that you do. I mean, you might be able to insist that they work on heading in that, particular directions, or work on finding ways to be more like someone else, but no one can just drop everything and be like someone else, because everyone has different circumstances and everything, and the consequences for one person and another person doing the same activity could be drastically different. But to be heading in the same direction and have the same goals, now that's another story. To have the same goals and to strive towards the same goals, that's another story. Everybody is able to do that. You are able, it's just the choices you do or don't want to make that happen. That's all it boils down to.